name's Becky Fawcett and I am the Community Curator for our heritage, which is part of the Open Doors programme. So a Community Curator works in partnership with local communities and the curatorial teams in museum services and works together to get objects which may or may not normally be on display out into the community. We've been able to work with lots of different audience groups. We've worked with 0 to 5s, we've worked with people with dementia and with people working in care homes. So part of that has been working with people handling objects and them telling us stories related to that. So one of my favourite stories of working with our older audiences was working in a care home, and we worked with a participant who took an ammonite fossil out and he was stroking it, and I did not know that ammonite fossils were really prolific in mining in the local area. They were digging them up all over the place, and he remembered, and he talked about mining and he talked about going to Northern Soul discos in the 70s, and it was just the most beautiful 20 minutes of reminiscence. It was great. One of our most popular objects, and I love it as well, was a mammoth's tooth. We have a fossilised mammoth's tooth in our collection. It's not what you're expecting, so there's always that element of surprise. One that's caused a lot of interest within the community has been one of our 1646 siege coins. It was minted here in Newark in the castle, and people have loved it. It's not a normal circular shape. You may have seen it. It's the lozenge shape. And then there's been quirky things that have really sparked imagination, things that you wouldn't expect, that have been my favourite objects. So one of my favourite objects, and it was a recent donation from somebody in the community to our collections, was a 1980s Liberty print dress. Heritage should be for everybody, and we have a responsibility to get our objects out to as many parts of our communities and engage with as many groups as possible. Engaging with wider communities with heritage is so important. It sustains the collections for the future and it makes them relevant.